Oh, there you go.
Got it. Okay.
Hey, player one, are you ready?
Captain Bogey, I got unlimited lives. I was born ready. Let's start the Gamers Addict Show.
Listen to this flow. Listen how I go. So clear there is no static. You're in for a treat. On this funky beat, you're watching the Gamers Addict.
The Gamers Addict, I am T.G.A. The Gamers Addict, you are T.G.A. The Gamers Addict, who is T.G.A.? The Gamers Addict, we're all T.G.A.
T.G.A. talking everything to do with movies, toys, video games. T.G.A. entertains as a high performer. Warp Zone Trivia, Bogies Corner.
The Gamers Addict, I am T.G.A. The Gamers Addict, you are T.G.A. The Gamers Addict, who is T.G.A.? The Gamers Addict, we're all T.G.A.
The host of the show, a Gamers Pro. He goes by Player One. T.G.A. crew, we conquer, getting stronger. Player One, what you got to say?
Game over! The Gamers Addict, I am T.G.A. The Gamers Addict, you are T.G.A. The Gamers Addict, who is T.G.A.? The Gamers Addict, we're all T.G.A.
Enough said.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you are now watching the Gamers Addict Show. Alright guys, I am your host, Player One, and I'm here with
The Gamer
and
Ghostbusters Chris.
And we're here with episode 19 of the Gamers Addict Show. So, The Gamer, what's up?
So, recently...
What have you been up to, buddy?
Recently, I got into this game called It's a tabletop role-playing game called Dungeons and Dragons. Or
Of course, the classic Dungeons and Dragons game.
Or you can refer it to D&D. I have two books right here. This is the Monster Manual.
Monster Manual?
Yeah. And then the Player's Handbook right here.
Wow.
This Player's Handbook has rule sets. You get to see the races, like the human right here, that I can pull up. And the classes of the game. Which
okay.
Let's see if I can find them.
So basically, it's like the Player's Handbook is a guide to all the races, classes.
How to play the game, how to create a character in the game, and yeah, basically stuff like that. And then over here, I have the Monster Manual. It basically just gives us a use of characters that we can use within the game. Creatures, characters, whatever you would like to call them.
Wow, that's really neat. That's really neat, D-Gamer. Now, what version are you in here? Because last time I played D&D, it was like version 2, back in the, I think, late 80s, early 90s.
Right now we're playing 5th edition. There's no 6th edition that's probably gonna come out. I remember seeing a video, if there is gonna be a 6th edition, it's probably just gonna be more like creatures in the Monster Manual and just more characters. That's probably what like people are liking the new rule set. Recently, I've been running a campaign. It's not really tabletop, it's more online, and we basically talk a little bit and then we start playing. It's a Pokemon campaign that you just go through the routes. Right now we're in the Kanto region. So it's the original Pokemon, Pikachu, Charmander, Bulbasaur. You pick your starter, you go through the routes, and every single time a Pokemon will appear, I'll put a random Pokemon generate it, and like 6 Pokemon will pop up, and then I just roll online dice, and whatever it hits, then I check. Whenever like let's say it's 3, then I go to the 3rd Pokemon that's just generated. And that's how you get to battle them. There's also trainers, there's gyms, and at the end, for the Pokemon League, if you make it, then you get to battle each other.
Oh, so cool. We had a tabletop version of that. The only game closest that I ever played something like that, because I've never really played a tabletop game like that, has to be World of Warcraft. It's similar, you know, the idea. I think that's where they got most of their ideas of the game, or even Warcraft.
Of course, because Dungeons and Dragons probably started it all.
Yeah, the whole idea, the look of it, and of course it got more popular with Lord of the Rings too. It has the same type of style, but even though Lord of the Rings was a book originally, it still had dragons and warriors and dwarfs and wizards and stuff like that. So yeah, people were really into it. So
I like your Mario hat.
Thank you, Luigi.
Thank you, Mario. So there's a reason why we're wearing these hats, but later on In the future, you'll find out why.
Yeah.
So anyways, I got some cool information, some cool news in the video game realm. I'm really excited about this. My good buddy, Vinny from the Retro Grab Bag Show, and I'm gonna provide the link to his channel. He messaged me and he, shared this video with me of the EverKade Console, which is a video game console that's gonna be coming out. And right now it has 122 licensed games coming out for it. Now there's 10 different volumes coming out, and each volume is gonna have 6 to 20 games. And these volumes are the Technos Collection, Pico Interactive Collection, which I think Pico is Sega, if I'm not mistaken.
To be honest, I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it is. Mega Cat Studios Collection 1 and 2, Namco Museum Collection 1 and 2, Atari Collection 1 and 2, Interplay Collection 1, and Data East Collection. So that's a heck of a lot of games coming out. And this EverKade console is a portable system, and you're going to be able to also play it on your TV by an HDMI cable in 720p. So pretty cool, fully licensed. There'll be games coming out for them. And I hear that right on April 9th, when the console's going to come out, there's going to be another game released. So I don't know what game that is, but
April 9th sounds like a good day though.
Yeah, and that's GB's birthday, so who knows, GB, maybe you can get that present, huh? Birthday present. Maybe,
yeah, one was gonna get it to me. Let's go.
We'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's an 8-bit and 16-bit games, and it's not like your Chinese knockoffs, which we've seen a lot of those. And
or you get a lot of those that are trying to have emulated ROMs, which people end up hacking and adding more ROMs to it. One question I do want to know is, if the game's going to be from console only, or are they going to have arcades too? Because I know Data East has a bunch of games in the arcade, and one of the more popular ones is RoboCop.
That's a good question. I did see some arcade ports in there, but I'd have to look further into that. But
they also did Bad Dudes.
Yes, I saw the Bad Dudes game. I also saw Earthworm Jim.
That's Interplay.
Which
also this, I think it was Boogerman.
Was it? What did they do there?
Yeah, they did that. You could tell the animation was very fluid. The way they had the animation. I know it was Boogerman and you said Earthworm Jim. I think, I'm not too sure, was also Clay Fighters.
Clay Fighters, Super Nintendo. Yes, that is Interplay.
Yeah.
I actually have that game. Wish I would have taken it out, but cool. So yeah, I mean, if you do pick it up, they have two different sets. One comes with the one game for $80, and then they have the premium one, which is with 3 games for $100.
Oh, that's not bad.
So yeah, that's not bad. I'd take the $100 one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen it. It's as big as what do you call it? PS Vita. So the screen's not that small. It's basically the full size of it is like the tablet part of the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, compared to the
about
Switch.
that big.
Yeah.
But the screen size is about that big, so it's not that small like most people try to do. Like, I think they have this new Game Boy that they're coming out with, somebody made, that's supposed to play certain things, and it's like the Game Boy Pocket size, which the screen is kind of small. Nowadays we all have, bad eyesight, but at the same time we're all used to the bigger screens, even on the phones. So having a bigger screen to play those games would be great.
So what retro games do you like, Dave, that you've played in?
Not really much.
Not that much? You did like this regular Super Mario Brothers, but that's Nintendo. I think that one of the games that you did like, and it's probably going to be in the Atari collection, I would think, is maybe Pac-Man?
I like Pac-Man. If you're talking about retro games, I like Warcraft a lot. That was fun.
Warcraft, okay. So that came out in the 90s?
Yeah, 1970s, 1980s. It was a PC game, I'm pretty sure, RTS game.
I'm not sure if in the 80s.
Not in the 80s.
Not in the 80s, it would have to have been the 90s.
Yeah.
And I like that game. That was fun.
See, when you were playing Warcraft, when people were playing Warcraft back in that time, I was playing Diablo. So I didn't play too much of the original Warcraft, but I knew a lot of people that played that game, and it was very, very popular. So recently I joined a subscription service, monthly service. It's called Retro Game Treasure. And it's a monthly service where every month you get a selection of games for your favorite retro console. And it could be any type of games that you like. So, you know, each treasure chest contains 3 to 5 games. So I'm really excited because I already made my list online of all of my current collection. So whatever comes in the retro box, I don't know what it is, you know.
It's like a loot box.
Like a loot box. So I'm gonna open it here once a month, because it is once a month in every episode. But what was really cool about it was that when you sign up and you go online, they ask you certain questions about the type of games you like, what games do you prefer, your wish list of games, and that was really cool. You know,
do you get to choose a type of system that you have that you want?
Yeah, they have the different systems:
awesome.
Nintendo, Sega, Super Nintendo, Atari. I chose like 3 different consoles: Nintendo, Dreamcast, and Super Nintendo, because I want to build that collection and I want to be surprised. I think it's thrilling to open something you don't know what's inside. So
yeah. And not having to look for it. It's just, it's there.
Yeah.
I got today.
So
yeah.
So and they also let you type. They also ask you if condition is important to you, which obviously for me it is. So I'm guessing most of the games I'm going to get, I'm going to be in good solid shape. So recently I picked up some items and I wanted to show it to you guys. Ghostbusters Chris wearing that cool X-Men t-shirt. If you look over there, we got some XMen Toys from the early 90s. Now the
same cartoon that this is from.
Yeah. Now the X-Men was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. And we got a couple of figures there. We got Professor X right there. And we got what?
Gambit, Wolverine, which is my favorite.
Yeah.
Little hairy furball, that's me. And Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are from the early 90s, and they still got the KB Toy Store's tag right there, price tag.
I remember KB Toy Store.
Pretty cool, pretty cool.
Before I ever got to go to a Toys R Us, because my mom was a single parent, and around us it wasn't really like a Toys R Us. So KB Toy Store was our little Toys R Us, so to speak. Go in, small store, but they had a ton of toys, games, puzzles, action figures, dolls, everything. And if my memory serves me well, I know some of these have certain things that you do, because back in the day, you know, all the toys would do something. I think my cousin had this one, and Wolverine's claws go in and out, if I'm correct. And I'm sure if I see something back here, Cyclops' eyes light up.
They light up. Which I don't know if they still do at this current time, because that toy is close to 30 years.
Yeah, let me put these up now.
Yeah, so pretty cool. Next thing we got, which will probably be up the gamer's alley, is the game Wizardry. Now, this game was one of the first Dungeons and Dragons style role-playing games to be written for computer play, and the first such game to offer color graphics, and it was also the first true party-based role-playing video game. So, you know, when you D&D, you know, you usually travel in parties. This was essentially the first one, and it came out on the PC, and it later came out, it was ported over to the Nintendo Entertainment System with updated graphics and stuff like that. So I picked this up, and I got really excited because it's a really cool game, and it's very unforgiving from what I hear. The next game that I picked up, and oh, sorry, I don't want this to fall, but is Wizards and Warriors, the Nintendo game.
That takes me back.
So yeah, I picked this up and I got it for $20, and it's complete. The game's inside, the book's inside, and instruction manual, and it's even got a little poster and a map. So this brings back a lot of memories. And if you're wondering what this is about, is it pits the story's hero, Kyros, the Knight Warrior of the Books of Excalibur, against the main antagonist, the evil wizard, Malkil. He was considered one of the greatest wizards in the land, such that Merlin was one of his students. However, the aging Malkil has gone mad and has started using his magic for evil. As a result, Malkill has captured the princess and holds her prisoner in Castle Ironspire, deep within the forests of Elrond. The game's protagonist, the brave knight Pyrrhus, is summoned to venture through the forests of Elrond. He is armed with the legendary Bright Sword, a sword that is powerful enough to beat demons, insects, undead, and the other creatures that have fallen under Malkill's spell. With the sword, he ventures out through the forests of Elrond and the various caves, tunnels, and to Castle Ironspire, where he must defeat Malkill and rescue the princess.
Wow.
So,
as a kid, I used to play this game. I didn't know there was a story behind it. I just played it.
and it was a lot of fun. And then later on, they came out with Wizards and Warriors 2, which is called Iron Sword. And on the front cover, we have Fabio, the model. So this was pretty popular.
Yeah. I played that one before I played Wizards and Warriors.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And it plays basically the same in the first two parts. I never got to play the third part.
Yeah, it's not that easy too. There's a lot of jumping, falling, trying to get on ledges. The sword doesn't even go out. You just do this and just like, ooh. Yeah, we're all clubbies today, aren't we?
Funny.
But yeah, the game is fun, but it's not forgiving at all.
It's not forgiving at all. So the next game we have is that I was able to pick up was Battleship, the original game.
Wow.
From, I believe this is 1971.
It should tell you on the box.
So it does say 1971 in the outside.
Okay, then it is.
And even Jibo knows about it. Hey Jibo, what's Battleship? Maybe, perhaps.
A battleship is a large armored warship with a main battery consisting of large caliber guns.
So yeah, the game's complete, and I got really excited when I picked it up. And Battleship is a really fun game to play with a friend, and we're gonna play it together. So anyways, I wanted to also talk about a Toy Hoarders Anonymous. Now, Toy Hoarders Anonymous is a group that I belong to on Facebook.
Wait. Am I supposed to be anonymous? You just said it.
I just blurted it out. So yeah, it's a Facebook group page, and you can post your toy collections and look at different toys. It's really cool and exciting. And there's auctions going on there, and you can get really good prices. It's kind of like, you know, an alternative to eBay, and it's a lot of fun. I'm one of the admins there, and if you go on there, I will definitely guide you around the page and show you a lot of cool things. And that's our little card right there from Toy Hoarders.
So it's like mostly for toys. It's for toys. eBay for toys.
Toys, video games, retro stuff, new stuff, all kinds of stuff. In fact, I recently got a toy box from a good friend of mine. His name's Bryan, and he does auctions on Tuesdays on Toy Hoarders Anonymous. So I'm going to open this right here and show you what I got. It's a... See, Bryan packs things really well. And I'm also going to provide you with the links to the Toy Hoarders page. But I found these really cool, and he gave them to me for a good price. And these are definitely going on my display. So we got from 2019, we got a Super Mario Hallmark figure.
Oh, wow.
Super Mario. And we have Princess Peach.
Wow, cool.
Pretty cool, right? And they're really cool little toys on there. So I'll show you guys. I'll open it up maybe.
Can I open this one?
Sure. And it's wrapped up and everything. They're really cool. Oh man, this is sweet. Look how cool that is.
Oh, well, nice.
And I don't really have a really nice Princess Peach figure, but
yeah, some people have figures and they don't look good. You have to be licensed to actually look good.
Oh, did that one come all wrapped up like that?
Yep.
So pretty cool.
Oh, it's really wrapped up.
Let's check it out, D.
Keep safe.
Oh, it's kind of like a keychain. They have a little like...
Yeah, it's actually an ornament.
An ornament.
It's a Christmas tree ornament.
Christmas tree ornament. I actually have a Tom and Jerry one as well.
This is
Wow,
it?
so cool.
Really nice. Let me check it out. Wow, that's so cute. There you go. So, pretty cool stuff, guys. And then I also have some game news that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Some information that you guys may know already, but pretty cool. So recently, the PlayStation Store is having a remaster and retro sale, which is live now, and it's going on till February 21st till 8 a.m., 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
That's cool.
So some of the games that you can get on special are Contra Anniversary Collection for $10.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. Dark Souls Remastered for $24. Batman Arkham Collection for $20.
Whoa.
You like Batman, Dave likes
Three
Batman.
games for $20, and they're all great too.
Yeah.
They recently put, if you go to the Epic Store, I'm pretty sure there was like for Batman Day, they put it up for like free. You can, that's why I have them, all of them on my computer right now.
For free on the Epic Store. Well, this is the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, but they only did that for Batman Day, so they don't have it anymore. But I'm glad that they got it at that time.
Yeah. So other games they have on special, Spiral Trilogy for $20.
Ooh.
Resident Evil 2 Deluxe Edition for $23.09, which is up from $70. It used to be $70 because this one includes the DLC pack, which has pretty much everything.
Oh, nice.
Bloodstain Ritual of the Night is,
It's a good game.
yep, $24. And Catherine Full Body for $30. And there's 100 games on there that are discounted as well. Now for Xbox, I found out some information for the Game Pass on February 6th, so you can get this now, is Final Fantasy 15 and Wolfenstein Youngblood. And also on February 13th, you're gonna be able to get the game Death Squared. So we have Game Pass, so you definitely wanna go check that out.
I'm not really into Wolfenstein, but that's something I'm probably just gonna install just to try it. Final Fantasy, I'm probably gonna install because I know you like it. I guess I'll try it out.
I'm very happy about it too.
Yeah, he sounds excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah, I know Wolfenstein Youngblood is the main protagonist's twin daughters, and they're supposed to be doing a whole
Mission to like save their father.
something like that. Yeah, and it's supposed to like bring up a team. But I heard it was also kind of short, but you know, people liked it though. It came out on the Switch.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
So speaking of Switch, I have some news. GB was, you kind of mentioned this to me too, so the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game, apparently Nintendo wanted to add Sora.
Yeah, they reached out to Disney and they just said no.
No. So,
And one of the reasons why people were saying is because Nintendo's actually with Universal. That's how come they have their Universal Park opening up in Japan and in Orlando, and I think it was somewhere else too.
Oh yeah, that's why they had the Mario Land.
Yeah, Mario. They're doing Super Mario World, and because of that, they just said no, because that's basically a competition of theirs right now. So they're not gonna allow that to happen.
So, you know, unfortunately, it's been requested so many times by fans to have Sora in the Super Smash Bros. Game, but
honestly, I know Kingdom Hearts is a mix with Square Enix and Nintendo, Square Enix and Disney. But did Disney create Sora, or did Square Enix create Sora?
that's a good
Depends
question.
who also
That's a good question, Mario.
You know, who also owns the rights to it. So yeah. So if it was, I mean, they would add Sora in a heartbeat. You know, that's one of those that people would love to see in the game.
But Super Smash Bros, right?
Yep, Super Smash Brothers.
I don't know why they won't that.
Another one, Nintendo, people really want to see, if you do it at the end, it'd be awesome. Waluigi. People really want Waluigi really bad over anybody. And Crash Bandicoot. They want to see Crash Bandicoot in it too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So last but not least on our show, as we're coming to the end, I wanted to talk about, I compiled a list of the best Nintendo games for kids that you can play on the Switch. Now these games, let me know what you guys think. First game, Minecraft.
I haven't played Minecraft yet. But people who are my age, they actually enjoy it. And there's a new Minecraft game coming out where it's like a dungeon crawler.
Minecraft Dungeons.
Yeah.
That game's gonna be cool. You said that you tried Minecraft, but then you didn't know the controls, so you stopped playing it.
Yeah, it wasn't something that I just like going around smashing things.
Yeah.
That's what you did. You
That's
destroyed
what
my house.
That's what happened with me in
That's
Fortnite. And there was no instructions on what any of the buttons did and what to do. I was like, forget it. I played one game and I get tired. I was like, nah, forget about it.
Alright, so the next game, Rayman Legends.
Oh, I heard it was good. That game was good. I played the demo. It's fun, especially the ones where they have the music.
Yeah.
You have to play the game and it goes with the music. Yeah, very fun game.
I remember playing that game, if I'm not mistaken, on the Atari Jaguar.
You play Rayman Legends.
Not Legends, but Rayman.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've been around. Luigi's Mansion 3.
I love that game.
Kirby Star Allies.
I had that one, but it's too easy. But it's good for little kids.
For
but
kids,
it's a
as well.
really easy game. Really easy game.
Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Splatoon 2.
That's a fun little game too.
Splatoon 2. I always see everyone in my classroom and in school like, you haven't played Splatoon 2 yet, bro. You have to play it. And I still haven't played Splatoon 2. Or
Do you have
Splatoon
it?
1. Nope.
Rayman Legends 2?
I'm not sure about the game.
Okay. Lego DC Supervillains. New Super Lucky's Tale.
I heard that was pretty good.
It's fun. I played that.
Play the
I
demo.
played it,
It was
it's
good.
really
If you like a nice platformer similar to like Spyro or what's the other one? Like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, stuff like that. Yeah.
Like both of them mixed together.
Yeah, or what's the like Banjo-Kazooie too also.
Next one is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
That was kind of fun. I played the demo. It's alright. It's good. That's great for kids. Awesome for kids.
New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
That is a fun game. I'm not gonna lie.
Super Mario Odyssey. Yoshi's Crafted World.
Yep. That's
And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
oh yeah.
So that was a list. You know, I don't know what your list is. I'd like to know. Let me know in the comments. And that's it for this show for today. So what you think?
It's good.
It's good. And this little robot over here for Valentine's Day, my son made it. And really nice little robot. He was talking about it earlier, but then he had to run to the bathroom and things got a little bit messy. So guys, thank you for coming on and hanging out with us today on the Gamers Attic Show, episode 19. We'll see you next week for episode 20. I am Player One, and I'm here with
D-Gamer
and
Ghostbusters Chris.
And I'm here with Jibo. Say goodbye, Jibo. And I'm gonna be saying game over.